The celebration roared through the great hall of Arrakk Grove, the Wookiees reveling in their victory and the presence of their honored guests. Soren and Quill finally reunited with Lyra and Kiro, who had been seated at the head of the long wooden table beside the Wookiee chieftain. The scent of roasted meats and exotic kashyyyk fruits filled the air as towering Wookiees clapped each other on the back, their deep growls vibrating through the massive chamber. Lyra, however, was only half-heartedly partaking in the feast. Her attention repeatedly drifted toward the Wookiees working outside on her ship, the Spectre's Whisper. The chieftain had ordered its repairs as a token of gratitude, but that hardly put her at ease. There was only one person she trusted to work on her ship, herself. "You keep staring like that and they're gonna think you're plotting something," Quill teased, tearing a hunk of roasted meat from a bone. "Besides, what's the worst that could happen? It actually works better when they're done?" Lyra shot him a sharp glare. "Quill, I swear." Across the hall, Kiro was already immersed in a group of younger Wookiees, laughing as they attempted to teach him their hunting techniques with miniature wooden bows. Meanwhile, Soren remained by the chieftain's side, keenly aware that something else was at play here. The chieftain, a massive, grizzled Wookiee with fur streaked in silver, turned toward him with a knowing expression. Then he gestured for another Wookiee to step forward, a younger one, his dark fur still thick with youth. The moment Soren laid eyes on him, a chill ran down his spine. The force was strong with this one. The chieftain spoke, his deep growl translating into something more than mere words. The Wookiees had known he would come. They had been waiting for him for many cycles. Soren furrowed his brow. "You were expecting me?" The elder Wookiee beside the chieftain rumbled in affirmation before retreating to a back chamber. When he returned, he carried something ancient, a scroll encased in a protective cylinder. With great care, the elder unrolled it before Soren, revealing parchment covered in an aged, intricate form of Shiri Wook. But what caught Soren's attention was not the writing, it was the image between the lines. His breath hitched. The scroll depicted a green-robed Jedi standing among the Wookiees, his face masked by a shadowy hood, wielding a lightsaber against invading forces. And beside him stood a young Wookiee, ready to be trained. Soren felt his stomach tighten. A prophecy. Lyra, Quill, and Kiro had taken notice, gathering near him. Lyra leaned toward Quill, whispering, "What do you think is going on?" "It looks serious." Quill shrugged. "No clue. I'm just trying to stay out of trouble." Lyra smirked. "You actively trying to stay out of trouble? What did you do with the real Quill?" Before Quill could quip back, Kiro suddenly grinned from ear to ear. "We're getting our own walking carpet," he exclaimed. Lyra and Quill blinked at him in unison. "What, kid?" Kiro gestured toward the young Wookiee. "He's coming with us. We're getting our own walking carpet." Soren exhaled, finally turning toward them. Quill crossed his arms. "Why do I get the feeling we've just picked up a new passenger?" Soren smirked slightly. "Because you're perceptive, and you're absolutely right." He glanced back at the scroll, shaking his head. "It's hard to say no to a prophecy.